Yes, my people, you already know the vibe each and every time. Hakka the host here, the one and only. And this is the HAKKA Chats, where I'll be sitting down with some of our favorite people, having a deep dive conversation into how they got to where they are today. Today, we have a very, how many berries do you want?
Give me like 25.
20 very special guest all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. This guy is a phenomenal person, a very special person in the industry. You know what? I don't even want to talk too much. Let's give a round of applause for the one they call FALZ, the bad guy.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
Cheers.
This is just so they know that I didn't poison you.
Yes, please. Yes,
So
please.
everybody, when they come and they have to drink from the cup, is branded. So FALZ, how's it been?
I'm feeling very alive. I just had some rice and stew that saved my life.
Yes.
But I was about to collapse earlier on, but I'm feeling nice.
So we're ready now.
I'm ready.
We're ready for the questions. We're ready for the journey.
Let's go.
So on the HAKKA Chats, what I normally do is I take the people on a roller coaster journey. So people that may not know you, they've been living under a rock, but we take them from the start and we work our way to where we are now. So tell us about FALZ. Growing up, how it all started. Not too much, just intro.
Yeah.
Who is FALZ?
Growing up, grew up in Lagos, Nigeria, predominantly. Primary school, Lagos. Secondary school, a place called Osun State in Nigeria as well. University here in the UK. Excuse me.
Saw that.
Yeah, I went to Reading.
Reading.
I went to Reading Uni. I studied law in Reading.
Why Reading?
Reading because my older sister had started there doing the same course. And she said it was nice.
Okay, so it's
And I
just...
was like, let's do it.
So from Reading, you went back, did you go back to Nigeria?
So after Reading, I went back to Nigeria. I went to law school. So after you study law, you get your law degree, the LLB. You still have to do law school, which then enables you to practice as a lawyer. So that's what I went to do in Nigeria, in Abuja, Nigeria. Then I got called to the bar officially and became a lawyer.
You see, we're already... Okay, so we're now dealing with...
2012, I believe it was. Yeah.
That you became
Became a lawyer, officially called to the bar.
So I want to take us a bit back. You said secondary school you done in
Nigeria.
in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know that, you had a group
I did.
in secondary school
Yes,
called
Yes, the schoolboy.
the Schoolboys. So tell me, oh, you think I didn't know? I have to research now.
Okay, I see you've done your research.
So the Schoolboys. What was the Schoolboys? How did it come about? And yeah.
So one of my guys used to write raps and used to just perform like within just friends, and I thought it was just so cool. So I just went to meet him one day. I was like, "Guy, let's form a group. Like, let's do this together." He was like, "Well, let's do it now." And so I started writing, and we started like performing together within school. So there'll be like school variety shows and stuff like
talent
that.
shows.
Yeah, talent shows. So we'll get on the stage and perform. There were like 2 other guys that joined the group eventually. So there was 4 of us, and yeah, it was mad. We had groupies and stuff.
So the groupies that are now, this is nothing new. No, normal thing.
Normal team
from
back then.
So how far did you lot get before you all dispersed? Is it when you left secondary school?
So I started this maybe SS1. SS1 is probably what, year 9?
Yeah, what's SS1? Lagos meets London. SS1. Yeah, 9.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
SS1, yeah, 9.
Up until the end of secondary, up until we left secondary school, we were still together as a group.
So was it all rappers?
Yeah, all rappers. Yes. There was one guy that was a producer. The fourth guy was a producer. It was like our producer. So we used to like put together some beats. This time, technology had not really advanced up until where we are now. So we used to use MP3 players.
What?
To record. It was a struggle, bro. It was like there would be like obviously the audio quality wasn't like clean.
The best,
because
but
MP3 players weren't even really meant for that kind of recording. We used to make it work.
And
make it work, yeah. Because maybe someone would have like a keyboard
and then
where you
play.
can make beats on.
Yeah.
You know those keyboards that have speakers.
Yeah.
You make beats on it, and then we have an MP3 player to record
the vocals.
With the vocals and beat, everything just going in like that.
And so, but we was dropping music though.
Yes, bro. We're dropping music like within school. Like within our friends and stuff. and performing at variety shows, stuff like that.
See, that's crazy. And that brings me to ask you. So, you put the group together, right? Or you and your friend?
Well, yeah, me and my guy, me and the first guy that was, that was doing it. Yeah.
So, where did the love for music come from? Because you said you're a lawyer, and it's not every day that we see a lawyer that is a lawyer, does music and other things.
Around this time, I was listening to a lot of rap music, both internationally and locally. Internationally, I would say, I think this was around the time College Dropout dropped.
Okay.
Kanye
Kanye West,
Dropout. I was listening to a lot of Jay-Z. But locally, I was listening to this group called The Tribesmen.
Okay.
Oh man, their stuff is exceptional.
I heard them.
For me, it was like, these guys are telling stories with music. It was mind-blowing. What is this?
Yes.
I want to do this. So, it was really exciting for me. And then that's how I, sort of fell in love with it. And, I started to write my own stuff. And of course, with the group, we were, performing together and stuff.
So FALZ the Bad Guy was birthed when then?
So FALZ...
Was he always, that's a good, was you always FALZ in the group?
So FALZ, yes, FALZ, FALZ was even a name that I used to be called within school already.
Okay.
FALZ is a short form of my last name. Yeah. My last name is Falano.
For those who don't know, there's a big name, understand, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
My last name is Falano, and FALZ is like a short form of that. So people used to call me that already, so I just took that up as a stage name. The Bad Guy, I feel like the Bad Guy came maybe much later.
Further down.
Maybe like after secondary, maybe like uni days.
So what was Popsy's reaction when you wanted to do music? So did you want to do music before you went to uni to become a lawyer, or was it a hobby at first?
Secondary was still just this thing I liked, and I was really liking, because there was one time we used to have this thing called prep, where you study for like exams or whatever. And during prep, while I was meant to be studying, I was writing rhymes. And this teacher just walked up like from behind me, snuck up on me. I didn't even know it was coming. And he saw my rhyme book. And then my mom came, so we'd have open day where your parents visit. And he showed my mom my rhyme book, and like, this is what your son was doing. Oh, my mom was livid. Oh, God.
Why you do?
Give me dirty slap.
Seriously?
Yeah, man. And this was like in front of the girls' hostel, so I had to be like tough.
Fun.
Like, but I felt it.
So did that discourage you to be like, I'm gonna leave the music, or is
not
that
at all? Not for a second. Not for a second. But even for her at the time, it was just you need to know that we're not joking about this studies, P. You need to face your studies. You need to take this thing as serious as you can. It's not a joke. So I don't think they were even deeping on the level like, oh, maybe this is what this guy wants to do, and it was don't do any nonsense when you're supposed to be studying.
You can do the right thing at the time.
That's what it was about at the time, and I just sort of realized that, and I buckled up, and I faced my studies, but I didn't for a second drop that.
Drop music. You were still doing. So when did it hit for you then? When
it hit me, maybe like second year in uni. Like my second year in uni, I was like, okay, I really, really like this thing. I think I want to take it very seriously and probably just do it professionally. And
then you just made the decision?
I made that decision right there and then. That was maybe like 2009, maybe.
But you were still doing it alongside studies?
Yes. No, of course. So I've always been the kind of guy that does not stop anything halfway. So I didn't feel like, I'm going to drop out of my school and just go and finish. No. I was like, I've started this thing now. I've almost finished now. I might as well finish now. So, I was like, I'm going to become a lawyer, but I'm still going to be doing this.
So this is a story because normally every artist story is I was in school, then I started music, I dropped out. Yeah. So you can still do music and school together.
Bro,
listen,
Bro, I've not even reached the part where I was living a double life.
See?
Quite literally. After uni,
while
I was in law school, I told you I went back to Abuja for law school. No, after law school even, I was a lawyer already.
Lawyer?
Yeah, I started to practice with my dad. So
how old was you at this point?
This was, I think I graduated 2010, I was 20.
And you was a lawyer?
I was 20, so when I was called to the bar, I was 21. So that year I was turning 22. 2012, I turned 22, October 2012.
So what? For those who don't understand, what does when they call you to the bar?
Yeah,
How,
that means you have officially become a lawyer. And
now you can represent
practice
people
as a lawyer. Yes, you can represent people, you can do litigation, you can do whatever it is, if it's contracts, anything. You can have your clientele.
So you're now called to the bar.
Yes, so I started to practice with at my dad's firm. So both my parents are lawyers.
Okay.
In the same
Both
firm.
of them.
In the same firm, yeah.
Go.
So I started practicing with them. And obviously they knew I was doing this music thing. And I told them, okay, now I want to take it serious, blah, blah, blah. But I was still doing the law stuff.
Yeah.
So because of that, they would allow me to like maybe leave work early to go to perform, stuff like that. So at this time, I was literally Clark Kent by day, Superman by night, bro. It was madness. It was madness. I have memories of days when I'd be like driving, within Lagos and taking off my tie and my suit and changing into like casual clothing because I'm going straight to perform.
Straight from work.
From work, bro.
Double life is,
Bro,
and this is lawyer is not a small career to even
exactly. No small career.
to be saying that I want to do law and music, but you
small.
made it happen and you've done it. So, what was the moment? When was the moment? Should I ask that? Okay, music, because in law, when you get called to the bar, that's the moment. You know that okay, I'm officially a lawyer. So what was the moment in music that you said, okay, now this is becoming another full-time job?
Around 13, 14. I think it was, around 2013, 14. 14, I'll say 2014. I started to bring out this character, this like funny character, online.
Okay.
It was a thing I used to do like just as a joke with my siblings.
Yeah.
Just talk in this funny accent, and I didn't really know it was anything.
You didn't think it was.
I was like, I just
It is what it is, yeah.
Then I was on holiday with my family, and my sister was recording a video, and I just said something, and I just posted it on Instagram. At this time, Instagram had a limit of 15 seconds of videos. These earliest days, bro.
Early days in Instagram.
Posted that video, and everyone was going crazy. The comments, the likes. I was like,
what?
Hold on. Oh, okay, there's something here. Then after that, I was like, okay, look, this thing I'm going to really, really explore. So I started to plan, every single video after that, video after video after video. And oh man, it wasn't long before these videos were going absolutely viral. So I was bringing out this new hilarious character, doing these comedic, short comedic clips. And they were going crazy. At the same time, I was still doing this music. And then I had dropped end of 2014, I dropped an album. I dropped my first album, What's Up Guy. And on this album, I had this big track with Yemi Alade and Ladipo. And this song was really picking up as well. The song was really, so it was like everything was just kind of meeting up and
just doing.
This character is blowing up online. This song is picking up. Everything is going crazy. I think this was when I knew that okay, I cannot do double life again.
But would you say that was because of how people looked at you, or is just a choice that you made to say, you know what, I love law because of my parents and this is what I was brought up in, but music is something that I liked, and the character that you're building online. How was the transition?
No, it was.
Was it hard to make that decision, or
it was simply because this one started to pay.
Reality.
Simple, my bro.
Reality.
Like, at the time, I was thinking, okay, I love this thing, but how am I going to fund it?
Of course.
Let me collect salary. In the meantime, let me get my salary.
It's true.
I'm still pushing this.
Pushing.
Can.
Of course.
This fell on my lap. Because I didn't even know I had this in me.
Okay. So it's not even something that you say, oh, from young guy. No,
I'm talking about the comedic.
Yeah.
aspect.
Yeah, it just happened.
I didn't even really
just tried
know
one
it was
day.
there. But it just fell on my lap. And I was like, okay, this is something. So I harnessed that you know, and sort of found a neat way, because this wasn't easy as well. Marrying that with the music, because at some point in time, people were like, who is this guy? Is he a comedian?
Or is he an artist?
Does he do music? What does he do?
100%.
So being able to find the
Balance.
balance and that neat marriage with both, that was a whole project on its own, man. Big shout out to my team. My guys, same guys from back then.
It's the same people that you've been working with,
bro. No new friends.
What about me now? Are we not friends now?
No, we start now.
We'll start now. Cool. So I want to branch away from music for a second, because for those who don't know, I say you've been living under a rock. You also did acting.
Yes, of course.
So where did that passion come from? Because they always say that you can't do everything, but it seems like, bro, you've done literally legit life, music, life, acting. So where did the love for acting and how did it come?
I will say, I mean, I've always loved film. Yeah, I've always had a passion for film. Both as a consumer of, you know, the art, and just always feeling like this is something I could do. So when the opportunity showcased itself, I would say was 15 or 16.
Yeah.
15 or 16.
2015.
Yeah, I think I would say
Jennifer's
15,
Diary.
So Jennifer's Diary was, okay, we started filming in 15.
Okay, was that your first project?
That was it was more or less the first. The first one I had done hadn't come out yet.
Okay, so you was acting before that.
I had done just one movie, but it hadn't come out yet. But Jennifer's Diary was literally the first project to come out. Like, okay, this is my first acting endeavor. And it was off these comedic clips. Funke Akindele, obviously legendary actor from Nigeria, she reached out to me via social media. You know, I absolutely love this character that you've created for yourself, and I think you could play a character that I'm developing in this new series.
Yeah.
This is when she was still developing the series, and I was like, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let me know, I'm ready. So, you know, when we started, it just went like that. And that same year, 2016, I won an Africa Magic Viewers Choice Award for Best Actor in a Comedy.
In that same year, 2016, you won that?
2016, my first endeavor.
And then in that same 2016, you won a BET.
I got a BET award, but Africa Magic Viewers Choice. No, sorry, Viewers Choice Best New International Act.
So same year, you won acting award.
And
you won music award.
My bro.
You know, some people are still struggling to win one award. You know, 2 in 1 year.
It was madness. It was madness. Everybody was like, "Who is this guy? This guy mad."
Like
actors that had been acting since.
We're
like, "This guy crazy. Why is he just gonna come from music and just come and carry our award,
and then go back to music and carry a music award?"
Bro, it was mad.
So how did that make you feel though? How did you feel in terms of, okay, now you're at a level in both careers. You've now won a BET, you won an award for acting. Did it for once change your mind and say, you know what, let me just focus on acting, or let me just...
No.
You I was just rolled with the punches.
And I feel like I've always just had the mentality like, I can do everything. Like, why can I not do everything? Like, why do I have to stay one side?
It's true.
Why?
That's
if it's working, it's working. I'm managing it. I'm so
let's go.
Let me just keep on going like that.
So where was Law at this time then?
Law was it was in the wardrobe.
No. At this point, I'm a star.
I took my wig and gown and I hung it.
At this point, I'm a star.
Just hold on first.
Just wait. How was mommy and daddy feeling when all of this was happening?
They were happy for me. You know, they were happy for me. I mean, for them, this guy has gone. He's gotten his qualification. He's a lawyer. Nobody can take that away from him. If this is what he really wants to do. So I'm glad that they had that mindset, because not every African...
that's what I was just about to come and say. Not everybody, every African parent will come with that mindset of, at least he's done, he's got his law, because you can always go back to law, right? Whenever, because that degree is there.
It's still there, bro.
See, so 2016 now, acting is nice, music is nice. Where do we go from there?
2016...
what was the next big thing that happened to you after that, after 2016?
2016, I met this young lady called Simi, and we.
Yeah, you and Simi used to do so. Yeah, talk to me.
We made this record called. Well, she had a record called Jam Question. I had heard and I absolutely loved, and I called her, and I said. I reached out to her to get her contact. I called her. I said, "Look, I've written a verse to your song."
Whether you like it or not.
So whether you like it, I've written it. So what are we going to do? Then she sent me the beat, recorded it. We did the remix. We shot a video for the remix. It was hilarious. It caught on straight away. From then on, we got in the studio to make more music. We made the song Soldier.
Yeah.
For my
Soldier,
album.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My album came out. No, actually, that album even came out in 2015.
What?
Yeah. So we started making music even before this. Actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Started making music maybe like 14 then. Yeah. Because I know Soldier was on my 2015 album. Same album that had Soft Work, like Karishika. Oh, Stories I Told.
You've had some jams, you know.
My brother.
We've had some jams, you know.
Yeah, I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful.
So when you came in the industry, from your perspective, would you say that the other artists that was around at the time took you in, or did they look at it like, he's a lawyer, like, or he's an actor, or was it love from the jump?
I think. I mean, it's always going to be a bit of a mix.
Yeah,
you know? There'll be some people that are like, who's this on?
Yeah.
You know, but other people were amused.
That
like, what kind of guy is this?
That he's doing.
Yeah, you know, they found me interesting, exciting, wanted to work, and you know, because I got a lot of great collaborations on those early projects as well. Yeah, so myself and Simi worked a lot together, and in 2016, yeah, this is what I was trying to get to. 2016, we dropped a collaborative album titled Chemistry.
My missus.
Man, that was a movement on its own, bro. Oh.
The title as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people thought we were together, you know, because we had made a lot of music together. The chemistry with the music was
mad.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Every jam was
just hit after hit after hit, and her voice is just, and then the flows.
Everything it was just a perfect connection. So 16 was heavily that album, Chemistry, the album, and all of these awards and just performing here and there, yeah. And
then you just took off. Now we're fully in music.
Soaked in, fully in it, in music and film.
Did you do any other acting after that?
Yes. 2017. I think it was 17. I was in a film called New Money.
Okay.
A film called New Money, which I won another award for. Another African Magic Viewers Choice Award.
Yeah, you're upsetting people, you know. You're upsetting people in Nigeria.
For I think it was Best Supporting Actor.
A lawyer has come into the industry and just cleaned up.
Away, man. It was crazy.
So was the acting jobs coming in?
Yes. A lot more of them were coming in. 17 was when we did that one. 17, I also dropped an album called 27.
How many albums have you dropped?
Almost every year since 2014. 14, 15, 16, 17. I didn't drop in 18, I dropped in 19. And then 22, and then I dropped an EP this year, 24.
So how do you work it though? Because I know some artists, they shy of dropping, because that's consistency.
Yeah.
A lot of artists don't have that consistency, as in they drop every year. So how does it work for you? Is it like, I'm putting my music out, my fans, my supporters will listen to it. Yeah. Once they've taken that in, we'll keep the train moving, or how does it work with you?
You also have to just be consistently working, because even if you intend to do that, but you're not consistently recording, then
you'll run out.
You wouldn't have the material to
It's true.
Exactly. Yeah. So you have to just be consistently recording back to back. Yeah.
So when did you drop Bad Boy Baddest?
Bad Boy Baddest was on the album 27, so that was 2017. But I dropped the single, I think maybe end of 16.
That was That was a hit.
And just the concept of it.
Yeah.
FALZ
yeah.
the bad
Bad guy.
Olamide Bado. Davido
Baddest.
bro,
baddest.
it was nuts, bro.
What was the feeling after that when we Cocoa Bar days was
Yeah.
where was that place in central London? We had a,
Yeah.
those days club. You're hearing bad. Yeah. So what was the feedback in Nigeria? Because I know in Nigeria once you played it, the
Bro,
DJs will play.
It was same everywhere. It was same everywhere. I'll be on tour and like the energy till today, bro. This is one of the songs with the most ridiculous energy when I'm performing,
I can imagine.
bro. Till date.
On once
Till
that comes
date.
on,
This is how many years after. Till date.
It's crazy.
It's nuts. Everybody's going mad. Everybody's going mental.
How
Just
did
that
you get
song that
them?
just has that much energy. And with these kind of songs, you can't plan it.
You just have to.
It just happens.
It just happens.
It just happens. Like, you know, that the sheer energy that is just in the record is just, you know, it's not something you can say, I want to make another one like
Yeah,
this.
no. Sometimes
no
it's
fuss.
that one. No, of course.
Yeah.
But did you have the record before putting them on it, or it was
Yeah,
a
we
record?
had the beat produced. This song was produced by Cess. Big shout out Cess, the
Yes.
kid. We had the beat and we had the idea. It was actually Cess that gave me the idea. It was like, why don't you make a song called Bad Bad Bad? I was like, oh, bro, my mind was blown. and we just created the hook. Of course, I did my verse and I sent it to them, and they loved it. They sent their verses back straight away.
Like that. It wasn't
Straight
like
away.
you
It
know,
was not-
no
it was
forming.
long thing. It was
Just-
they loved it. All of them loved it.
And then boom. So that's 2017.
17, yes.
2018.
2018, this is Nigeria.
This is Nigeria.
This is Nigeria. dropped
What
it
made you
in
want to record that? So because that was it was big.
Yeah,
And you know when people do songs that are big, not all the time it hits.
yeah,
But yours, like,
yeah.
confirmed.
I feel like on our side of the world, mine was like okay, this is our own original. You know, obviously this is America
Yeah.
was
Was
the original.
Yeah.
You know, I was just in a car with a friend of mine, and he was just saying casually, you know, it'd be mad if someone did a Nigerian version of this
This
song.
is Nigeria.
I don't think he knew what he had planted, the seeds he
So
had
you just-
planted. It was like,
Okay.
as soon as I got back, jumped in the studio, wrote to it, and boom, it was done. And once I finished it, I remember calling my guys, my manager, like, listen to this. I sent it to him. Listen to this, bro. He was like, oh man, bro, this is insane. I think you should drop this straight away. I said, yeah, I know that I should drop this straight. However, it's not complete yet.
No.
I need to shoot a video for this thing. He was like, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't bother. I said, no, leave me alone.
He said, no, we need a video.
I saw it already, you know. And I called up this guy called GZ, who ended up directing that video. Big shout out to GZ. And we got a warehouse, you know.
Yeah, like,
you know,
yeah,
gathered
yeah,
everything, and just, you know, shot it straight away. And all this happened within days, or maybe like 2 days. You know,
And it was speaking some real stuff in that song.
bro.
Like, do you ever think when you go into the studio and making a song like that, it's like, oh, let me hold back on certain things that because of what people may think, or is it just, you know what, I'm just going in and speaking my truth?
If it feels right to me, if it feels correct, if it feels genuine, I'm gonna speak it. You know, if it doesn't feel right to me, if it feels like, oh, this is a bit too
Yeah.
incorrect, or
Yeah.
you know, yeah, then I
Then I
wouldn't
won't-
say
you
it.
won't
Yeah,
do it.
but if it's genuine, if it's the truth,
Then it's the truth. It's the truth.
I'm gonna say it.
Cool. That was a banger. This is Nigeria.
Appreciate
There was a lot behind that. Even me, as somebody that goes to Nigeria regularly, but December,
Yeah.
I used to go.
It was mad for me because
But I saw
I
it
didn't
from-
even realize how viral it was until I think I was going to the States, and I was at the airport, and the immigration guy, random immigration guy, was like he was checking my stuff, and he looked at me like, hold on, are you not the guy from This is Nigeria? I said, oh shit, oh yeah, that's it.
That's
Yeah, welcome to America. Bro, I was like, man, I didn't realize how crazy it was.
That song was, yeah, of course,
Everywhere,
no.
everywhere.
It was a big song, and it touched a lot of people.
And because a big part of the lyrics also, no matter where you're from, you can still tell what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
So that's pretty much
100%.
I think what works for that.
Cool. You mentioned the States. I just want to touch on the States. Where would you say your biggest, other than Nigeria, where do you, let me not cuss you because you might say the States now and then London will feel like, let me not. Where would you say is your biggest connection that you feel? Like UK or the States?
I think it's a couple different places. It's really hard to say. It's really hard to say. The UK, of course, is huge. The UK is huge. The US is huge. Canada is huge.
Canada head is a big market.
Canada is huge. Well, in Africa, I got a big following in Ghana as well. Even out here in Europe, France.
Yeah, France takes.
There's quite a following in France. So I think people are kind of spread
around.
Yeah, I can't really say, oh,
that's
it's
the,
this
that's
place,
the
or
safe
it's that
answer.
place, or it's-
FALZ loves everybody.
I know.
FALZ
You
loves
have to put me in trouble.
FALZ loves everybody. Cool. So 2019. Remember, I said from the beginning that we're going to be taking you on a roller coaster. This is the journey so far, because even me, I'm learning as I'm speaking to you.
Yeah.
So 2019. Where are we in 2019? What are we doing? What's happening?
2019. Also following from This Is Nigeria. I was already writing. So a lot of this stuff, I'm already writing, but the idea for the project will then just come to me. So it came to me to make an album titled Moral Instruction.
Moral Instruction.
Yes. Now this album was a very, very conscious album. Socio-politically, I was addressing a lot of issues that were very prominent in, at home, back at home in the country, and everyone was really, really
going through.
Yeah, So I was telling a lot of our truths, and in a very challenging way. It was a very confrontational project. Yeah, man.
But that's what I'm saying. When you do it like that, like you said, it's your truth.
Yeah.
But do you ever feel like, okay, it is what it is. If anybody wants to send it, they can send it. As long as I'm.
Yes, now.
This is what's
That's
happening.
what it is, bro. Art has to be. Let me not say has to be, but that's one way to do art. Challenging. In a way that's challenging, in a way that's like, in a way that it disturbs
the people, of course.
Yeah,
because a lot of artists won't do that.
Yeah,
They'll shy away from it.
Yeah, a lot of people run
But
away
you said no.
I said no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't care what the risk is. I'm gonna dive into it.
So how was the reception from
the
when
reception
you
was
dropped
crazy. It was mixed though. It was mixed. There were a lot of issues. Everybody had their own takes on all these things now. But all in all, I would say the reception was great, because that same year at the Headies, it's like, this is really big awards, music awards
in Nigeria,
back home, I got a hat trick.
You won 3.
Best rap album, best rap single.
2019. Side eye.
This guy mad. This guy crazy.
So that means it hit in a positive way then?
It definitely did. Definitely.
Because you're speaking for the voiceless as well.
Everybody is thinking about these issues. Everybody, knows what is going on here, and they just need somebody to say it. And I was ready to say it.
Did mommy and dad? Do you play your music to mommy and daddy?
Or they before I even play, they will hear it. They would hear it already. They're very in tune. They're very in tune.
So what was their take on that album? Was
they loved it. And also I did a lot of sampling of Fela Kuti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
On
So
that album
the
as
oldest
well.
can relate as well.
My dad was for a big part of Fela's life. My dad was his lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My dad represented Fela in quite a number of cases.
I told you, the name is Bigo.
So of course my dad was excited about that. All the Fela samples.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Cool. Wow. So that means you're trophy cabinet at home must be.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice.
It's nice. It's smooth.
I like it. I like it.
As you walk past it, hey,
There's room for more.
of course now, all the time, but it's smooth. 2019 is looking healthy.
Yeah.
So 2020 is
COVID-19.
Yes.
Well, just before COVID-19, right at the beginning of the year, I dropped Bob Daddy.
But ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I have jams, oh.
You have jams.
I just realized.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You have jams. Don't be smarting, right? Yeah, talk to me about that. That was before. So that was before COVID.
Just before. I think
COVID.
I was like either January or February 2020. Because COVID, by March 2020, there was lockdown everywhere. Yeah.
Was you in Nigeria then?
I was here actually just before the lockdown. I left maybe like on the last day or something. Yeah, because I know, obviously I had Miss Banks on the track, so we were shooting the video.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're shooting the video. So we just about made it back before lockdown.
So what was COVID like in Nigeria? We know what COVID like was over here. Like, it was crazy, as in a whole new life. Yeah. Nobody going out. It got to a point that us walking on the street is like zombies. There's nobody on the road. You can't stand next to you.
It's pretty much the same. It was pretty much the same in Nigeria.
I know Nigeria, they don't hear words, so what was COVID like?
At that time, everybody had to hear words. Everybody was afraid. The lockdown was locked down. Like, people weren't really moving.
No Quilocks, no nothing.
Self-isolating. I mean, I had some people were partying in private. We're hearing gist, some people are finding their ways around it. But look, I wasn't about to risk it.
So you just
everybody was scared, but we're
that's when you dropped
we're
Bob
isolating
Daddy,
and so Bob Daddy, obviously then a challenge came during lockdown, Bob Daddy challenge, and that kind of took over the entire internet, and Bob Daddy kind of became like a COVID anthem.
Yeah. Because that's what I was just about to ask you, because I've spoke to someone that they dropped a song during COVID, and it's like, COVID
just, what you mean. Yeah.
Locked down everything, no shows.
Especially because of how big this song eventually became. It's like, oh man, if there wasn't this lockdown, I'd be performing this song everywhere. But I mean, things happen, man. There's a reason for everything that happens. Of course.
So I'm sure 2020, if I'm not mistaken, NSARS was 2020. Right?
NSARS, end of 2020.
And you was a big.
We had just come out of lockdown.
You was a big face in that protest.
Yes, brother.
You was. Talk to me about that. I just want to I want to see it from your perspective.
Yeah.
Obviously, we see what you've done, the good work, but talk to me how you felt and how it affected you.
Coming out of lockdown, I think everyone was just kind of frustrated with how everything was going, and people were starting to sort of push back against this thing that was pre-existing even way before lockdown. Police brutality. Just the police just not behaving.
Of course, as police, yeah.
Just extorting, just killing, and just robbing the very same people that we're supposed to be protecting. So everyone was sort of furious about it. There had been a hashtag on Twitter, I think it was majorly, but now we were like, okay, let's go the extra mile. Let's take it out to the streets. Let's protest. And I remember tweeting. No, I remember Runtown had tweeted, about it, like he was going to go out, to protest. And
yeah.
It resonated with me 100%. I was like, okay, yeah, this is what we need to do. It was like I was waiting for somebody to say it. and I either I retweeted or I tweeted the exact same thing or whatever, saying, yeah, we are coming out. And at this time, we didn't know how many people were going to come out. Maybe 10 people, maybe 12, maybe 50 people. We sure knew we were going out.
Regardless.
And on the day, we went out. And I was there, Runtown was there. There were a few other people started coming out. I think maybe there were one or two other artists as well at the beginning. And then we hit the streets and we started walking. And it was like like a wildfire as we were moving.
This is the first day.
This is day one, from street to street to street. It was like people were waiting to see. Are these people going to come out?
No.
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's go.
Bro, more people were just joining and the first day was huge. Can't remember how many people, but it was massive.
So
The very first day,
you lot was the first ones to step on the road.
People to step on the road like this.
And let's go.
From maybe 50 people to 100 to 150 to 200 to, bro. Oh man.
So as you was doing that, what was the feeling inside?
Inside me, I was just like, man, this is happening. I didn't even know.
Let's go.
I knew I was gonna be like this, but I was like, yeah, let's go because, man, it's about time.
Yeah.
You cannot just continue like this now.
It's about time someone puts their foot down and we come together.
And that's the way it is with stuff like that. If you don't really put your foot down, then they're gonna continue to,
of course,
mistreat you. And so we knew it had to be done. So we kept up the energy. We marched to I can't remember if we had the destination on the first day, but we protested. We marched all around Lagos. Now from day 2, and for like maybe the next 2 weeks, in different states in the country, different young people were coming out with their own NSAS Abuja, NSAS Ibadan, NSAS Ondo State, NSAS Edo, bro. It was
NSAS.
It was huge.
And this was from you and Rundown stepping out.
Yes.
Now everybody.
Yes, my brother.
Did you receive any backlash from that?
From the government.
Did you receive backlash from the government?
Yes, of course. Because they feel like,
you guys that started because a lot of artists didn't want to get involved.
A lot of people didn't want to get. But with issues like this, we know already that a lot of people don't want to get involved. But I've never been shy to get involved.
Get involved in. You want to get.
Let's go. I've always been ready to get involved. So it was mad. It was mad. It was mad.
So how long did the protest?
I think was it up to like 2 weeks? I feel like it was.
And was you outside?
Like 2 weeks, every single day, and the mood and the energy of people on the protest grounds was like just one of solidarity, man. There were a lot of people that were coming there and they didn't really have food. They were hungry, but when they got there were people that had made arrangements for food, for drinks, for everything. It was mad, bro. It was mad. Like there would be some time when all the Christians would pray, and when it was time, the Muslims would pray, and then the Christians would like surround them.
Obi said the same thing.
It was madness, bro. We had never seen a society like this before.
Come together like that.
Yeah, it wasn't like there was nothing like that prior to that time. So it was really mad to see, and it kind of made us see that it was possible for
if we come together
things to be okay. If people actually, if the people in charge of our affairs actually decided to have sense.
Of course. Would you say after the 2 weeks, after NSARS as a whole, would you say that Nigeria shifted a bit, or was it just a moment that at the time it was working, but after?
I think it's the way that it kind of ended. That was most disappointing.
Yeah.
Was most disappointing. October 20th, 2020. Can never forget the day. Such a horrible day. Such a dark day. 20th of October.
Was you out there that day?
I was. During the day, I was. But there was already a lot of chatter about what was about to happen. And then they announced a curfew.
For everybody to...
Yeah, the government announced a curfew, said everybody should get out. Obviously, I always preach, law abiding. So I said to everyone, let's listen and let's go back home. So I went home. But some people remained on the grounds. And the soldiers, bro, came in military vans and they shot up the place, bro.
It was literally that.
They shot up the place. It was literally, we saw it. We watched it on people's Instagram
lives that they were just coming out.
Were there.
Just shooting.
We saw, we heard, they shut out all the lights, but you could still see. Like,
Yeah, of
you could
course,
still
of course.
see, you know, you could still see they shut up. They killed people, injured a lot of people. It was.
And this was just because of protest.
This was just because of protests.
So, but
I mean, I think what word might have gotten to the president would have been, oh, these people are trying to take over the government.
yeah, of course.
No, these people are, man.
They're overpowering us.
So you must come with force.
And then, so 20th of October.
Bro, darkest day, man. And this was just a week before my birthday. So maybe like 2-3 years after that, every time my birthdays are coming close, I get these chills. I get this like weird feeling.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
mixed emotions, like what yeah.
But do you stand firm on? Listen, we had to go out there to make that.
Till tomorrow, my bro. Till
Like,
tomorrow. Till tomorrow. It was a horrible feeling on when it happened.
Yeah.
I remember being on the phone to my dad and just breaking down, like, man, oh man, and everything. He just kept on saying, like, he's been an activist for over 40 years of his life. But they had never seen anything like this before.
It was different.
It was different. It was crazy, and because at every point during the protest, these guys were continuously trying to find out who are the leaders of this movement. Who can we speak to? Who can we sit down and speak to and bribe so that they can go back home? And we maintained one voice that there is no leader. This is a people's movement. So they had never seen anything like that before.
Never.
Yeah, so that was one thing I remember. My dad kept on telling me, this was, and that at the end of the day, this is really dark, but we can't focus on that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, 100% of what came out of it as well.
What came out of it, exactly.
So now we move to 2021.
2021 coming out of COVID. 2021 was like just really readjusting to normal life.
Do you remember your first show?
Man, I don't think I remember. I don't think I remember. I remember the first coming out.
Did it feel weird though when you came out of COVID?
Yeah, of course.
Especially in the music industry,
100%
like
felt weird. Also coming out of this period as well.
Of course, yeah.
Coming out of this period because this was October now.
Yeah.
And
it was still kind of fresh in it.
Still, man, but it was. I don't really remember much of 21, man, because 21 was recovering from both COVID and then SARS, so
everything was just slow.
No,
100%. I could actually only imagine what it would even be like in Nigeria after something like that hasn't happened before. Happens like that. Because here we have protests. Tomorrow you can hear that the police punch something isn't normal. But in Nigeria it's not like that. Cool. So 2021, let's say we call that recovery year.
Yeah, recovery.
So 2022, I'm sure you must have been gingered.
2022, I dropped an album.
Album dropper.
I never stop.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm taking from this right now is I need to be consistent regardless.
I never stop, bro.
So talk to me. 2022, we dropped
an album called Bad.
Bad, yeah. Was that yourself, as in just letting everybody know?
It was me doing something very different.
Completely to what you normally do.
Completely different. I was doing a lot of singing. I was making an album that was very sexy in the music, and it was very euphoric. Just in the type of sounds. It was very psychedelic. And I just really wanted to do something different. And I'm very proud of that body of work because I think it's the sort of project that you listen to and you're like, is this FALZ? This is FALZ. Oh, this is crazy.
It's unexpected.
Yeah,
it's
very,
unexpected.
Very unexpected. Yeah, and the track with Chike, Knee Down, was on that project as well.
That's solid.
Yeah, so that was a big one. 2023 election year, obviously been involved in a lot of activism work. So it's like, okay, trying to encourage people to go out there and vote. So, now maybe we can actually, use our voice to choose somebody that actually has our feelings, in consideration. But those elections were, again, Man,
You got a hard job as
people
being
came
an
out.
act-
Though. People came out. People came out. You know, this was like people felt like obviously following from NSAS as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. Of course, we have to
like, maybe
change.
this is
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
maybe
This is it. Let's go and vote.
People came out, but you know, they scattered things again. A lot of violence, a lot of electoral malpractices, a lot of.
How do you balance being an activist, because you that is something that, you know what I mean, being an activist and the music? How do you balance it? Because when it's time for politics, you have to.
Yeah, I won't lie, it's not easy, yo, my brother. It's not easy.
I can imagine.
It gets tough, but you know,
You got to do what you got to
just
do.
have to.
You signed up for it.
Try and find a way to balance it.
Because people look to you now for as the voice in terms of certain situations. You know, like okay, what FALZ is saying we're gonna do. Cool. So are we still acting though?
Of course.
We're still acting.
Of course, very much so.
Are you gonna be in the new Jennifer's?
Oh, yeah, it's coming out this December.
So we're inside, yeah.
God, everybody loves Jennifer. Obviously, a popular character.
Oh yeah, you are acting. Sorry,
Yes,
why am I even?
nah.
Babe, what's that movie that we watched? Is it the one that you're?
Chief Daddy.
Daddy.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves.
You know, I'm
Chief
gonna
Daddy,
go home
man.
and watch that again just because I've interviewed FALZ. I'm gonna go home and watch that Chief Daddy.
Everybody loves.
That
Chief
was
Daddy. That's a big film.
big film.
I was just with Eddie Caddy earlier on, and he said that's his favorite, man.
No, your character in that is like.
I really enjoyed working on that one, and I found that the song, because my character was the song from that. Every single year I went on tour after that, it was like after my set, everybody would just start singing that song to me, like, guy, perform this song. Like, are you mad?
Do you add it to the set now?
I had to.
Chief Daddy was a banging.
Add it to this set, October 27. Add it to this set, bro.
Yeah, are we adding it?
We have to.
Yes. So now does that bring us to 2024?
That brings us
our
to
current
2024.
year.
Yes, this year. That
We're gonna start from January.
January 24.
Current
24.
positions, which is October 18. Let's go.
January up until mid-year, I was working on this new project. This is an EP that I eventually released in June. June 8th I think it was early June. I dropped an EP called Before the Feast.
Your titles are very. You really think about your
stuff. Can't wait. Yeah.
Someone want to listen to it and say, "Yeah, let me take time and digest this."
Before the Feast. I was working on that since early in the year, and then when everything was ready, we dropped in June. It's called Before the Feast because there is the feast coming. That one's gonna be an album. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Before the feast, because the feast is coming.
You know the vibe. So the feast is gonna be an album. This one's an EP, so like a 6-tracker. That one's gonna be
a big
more
body
robust. Maybe like around about 12 to 14 tracks.
Something
I don't want it too long. But it will
solid.
It will pack a punch for sure.
Feast.
Yeah, for sure.
Are we expecting any major big collabs on it?
I'm believing so. I'm working on that.
Is there any UK artists that you listen to that you might want to work with? I know I put you on the spot. It's just because we're in the UK.
No. I love UK artists.
Because that character in Chief Daddy is a very...
Yes.
You can fit in here straight away.
I'm a big Stormzy fan.
Okay, yeah.
I love Dave.
Yeah,
love Dave.
And see, because you can rap as well.
Bro, man. Dave's like a poet, bro. He's like,
you know what I mean?
It's like poetry, bro.
Yes. Ooh, I can hear that. Now that you said that, I can hear that.
I love J-Hus.
J-Hus is
a different kind of rapper, but it's mad.
But that's what I would say about you, though. You're a different kind of rapper, but you know how to rap.
Yeah.
There's rappers, but the way you rap, it's your style.
Yeah.
It's the FALZ rap, and it makes sense. You know what I mean? No one else ain't doing it.
Appreciate that. And more recently, this guy called Pasileo.
Oh yeah. He's hard.
He's also very different.
He's different. It's
like, this is interesting.
He's different.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, you have to just take him in. He's very different. Yeah. Cool. I know. I'm online. Yeah. I scroll through Instagram, just watching. You don't have to go deep into it, but this is where your lawyer side comes in, because even when I saw I said, okay, this is lawyer FALZ, VDM Bobrisky. You don't have to talk too much on it, I know. But if you had to sum it up.
For this one, to be honest with you, I don't want to talk about it.
You don't? No
I don't
problem.
want to talk about it.
That's-
I don't think it's worth my energy.
That's it then.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth my energy. You know.
But Loyal Files came out though.
It's a must.
It's
bro. And you know, also because, yeah, literally, it's just not worth my energy. And I've got the show coming up. I'd rather just focus.
100. No, I had to ask.
It's been such an infuriating
No, 100%.
run of events, and that's why I'm like, I didn't
Let me
want to
just
talk
put it
about
back.
Yeah,
No, of course.
I don't want to talk about
Of course. No, you know me as a person sitting in the chair after. If I didn't,
And I hardly
say I'm a pussy.
I hardly ever say that. I
No,
hardly
100%.
ever say that.
100%.
So you have to know that.
It's,
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
no, but what I want to ask you that it's been running in my head is, you know, you being a lawyer, artists need lawyers.
Yeah.
Do you represent yourself?
I mean, there's legal that I can't do, but there's legal that, you know, even if I can, you know, let me get extra eyes, let me get, you know, more minds to have a look at this.
So no one can.
It's very
But,
highly unlikely.
like-
Highly unlikely, because if he passes stage 1, he's not going to pass level 2 or 3 or 4.
Do you know? Because if I was a lawyer and I know the law,
Yeah.
there's laws and laws. You get what I'm saying? But cool. That brings us to 2024, bro. Tell me what's happening. What are we doing on the 27th?
On the 27th of October 2024 at Earth, London, it's going to be mad. FALZ BADGUY is taking the stage.
I haven't actually seen you perform, you know. I'm gonna come.
You have
I'm
to
coming
be
to
there.
that.
You have a choice. Come on.
I haven't got. I've been summoned.
Yeah.
I've been summoned.
You have to
like,
be there. Yeah, it's called One Night with FALZ, an Intimate Experience. I've called it that because it's me coming back here. I want to reconnect. I want it to feel personal. You know, I want it to feel like, you know, we're just hanging out. And it's on my birthday as well.
Is that your birthday?
But on the 27th.
Okay.
That's what I was telling you. 20th of October is just a week
it's
before.
true, a week before.
Just
It's true,
exactly
it's
a week.
It's true.
You know, so it's on my birthday, the 27th.
Oh, we're outside. We're
So it's
partying.
my Earth Day at Earth.
That one is loud, though.
It's loud, though. We just clocked like 2 days ago that this should have been the name of the show itself.
Earth Day. That's loud.
Bro,
That's
hard.
loud.
Yeah.
No, bro. Okay, cool. So there's one thing that I always do when I speak to guests on my show, because you know there's people that are watching that, you know, may want to be in your position in terms of up and coming artists, up and coming lawyers, up and coming actors. I always want you to just say something to the people that are up and coming, that are looking for some encouragement to keep going. Because, bro, how many awards have you won in how many different careers?
Yeah.
Somebody needs that encouragement to just keep going. So, which camera are we talking to? This one?
This one, okay.
Just tell them something, a word of encouragement. I'm going to use that as well. So, let's go.
I just want to say, if you're feeling like this is something that you want to do, and this is something that you really are passionate about, and you know you genuinely really want it, then go after it. And you know, hard work and consistency is key. You have to just keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. And don't let anybody tell you, you can't do this, and that. Why can't you? Why not? There's only one life, so live everything.
Hey, my people, and you know the vibe. That was FALZ, the bad guy, giving us a bad boy chat. I appreciate you, my brother.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much for coming on. And we're gonna do a part 2 definitely. When the Feast album drops, I don't know, it should be me that we lock in.
No, yeah, I got you. I got you, bro.
Top Feast, though.
I got you. What's happening? My name is FALZ, aka FALZ, the bad guy, and you're now locked in to HAKKA Chats. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.